Hey guys, Tamisha here with Toolbox Divas, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable jewelry caddy. For this project, I'm going to be using 1/4-inch thick MDF board. And all you need is one 2-foot by 4-foot panel that you can find in your craft board section of your local hardware store. Now for this project, I am attaching all the pieces using dado joints. You can easily do this project with straight cuts and glue. However, I wanted to try something different, and I wanted to test out making dado cuts using my trim router and a dado jig I made for my trim router. So first I marked off the area where I would be cutting for the dado slots, and using my jig I cut the slots for the dado joints. Now while I'm making a lot of the small cuts with my miter saw, this can easily be done with a miter saw box and a handsaw. For the legs and the knobs, I'm using wood finishing pieces that I found at my local Michael's. So once I stained the legs and the knobs, I sat them down to allow them to dry. Then I started assembling the actual dresser. So I started by using wood glue in the dado joint areas. I tried various different wood glues and I found that liquid nails worked the best. Then I clamped everything together and set it aside to dry for 24 hours. Next I assembled the drawers. Again, using the liquid nails, it worked very well. I made 4 drawers and again set them aside for 24 hours to dry. Now the reason I use liquid nails is because I'm using MDF. With MDF, you don't want to use, I didn't want to hammer in this a lot, and I didn't want to use a lot of screws. And definitely pocket screws is not an option. The only downside is that you do have to wait for things to dry. Finally, I added the back to the dresser. Once everything was dry, I went ahead and sanded down the areas where you could see the excess glue because I wanted to keep the natural MDF versus painting over it. So it's very important that you sand down any excess glue. Then using a hard coat Mod Podge, I sealed the dresser and the drawers. Once the unit was done, it was time to decorate the drawers. I used craft paper that I found at my local craft store. And you can go crazy with this. You can find craft paper in just about any style and color. You can even choose to paint your drawers, but I decided to go with this beautiful craft paint that I found, and I attached it to the drawers, again using the Mod Podge, and sealed over the paper with another coat of Mod Podge. To ensure that the knobs would hold well, I drilled a hole into the drawers and screwed it in place, as well as secured it with some liquid nails. And then I used liquid nails to attach the cones to the bottom of the dresser. Using a speed square, I made sure that the legs were nicely even and lined up properly. And that's how easy it is to make your very own dream jewelry dresser. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of these fabulous DIYs. And don't be shy, follow us on social media at Toolbox Divas on Instagram, and like us on Facebook at Toolbox Divas. Alright guys, till next time.